See, now you've gone and stepped into dangerous territory because this is not a one-for-one until you bring in Captain Marvel and the Eternals. Because when they announced where both these movies were in the timeline, you now suddenly had to explain the plot hole. Literally a hole in the plot of where these characters were during all the fights. Now, they answered those questions, sort of. Captain Marvel not coming back to Earth for almost 30 years. It's pretty crazy when you think about it. But it was still a hole in the plot that they filled, just not very well. But again, previously presented information or established facts within the fictional world, breaking the story's internal coherence. By Infinity War, the facts were Captain Marvel did not exist. Ergo, she wasn't there for the other fights. But announcing her movie was in the 90s now messes with the internal coherence of the already established story. By Endgame, the Eternals were not around. Their movie was announced, but no details. But then it's announced through their trailers, they have been around since the beginning of civilization. So now the coherence of the regular heroes fighting through time and space and saving the day because of their grit and determination is then disrupted by the fact they could have had a lot of freaking help from these massive godlike beings who in their own story talk about how much they care about human beings. It literally is the weaker version of the sacred timeline argument. All stories were on one line, and then Marvel came and shoehorned more stories in. But when Endgame is over, WandaVision, the Hawkeye TV show, Captain America and Winter Soldier are stories after Endgame. It is continuing. The problem with Star Wars is they keep going down what Marvel did with the Eternals and Captain Marvel. They are trying to shoehorn these stories into the sacred timeline. I put my phone down for this, okay? Look at this piece of paper. This is a nice piece of paper. From end to end, it is complete until I force something through it. Look at that. It's a hole. Can I patch this hole up by completing the hole with other paper? Sure, but it may not always look as nice. Or I can ignore the hole altogether and just keep moving on, let the hole live in the middle of the story. Regardless, I still forced a hole in the middle of the narrative, and until I patch it, it is a hole. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.